Hello everyone. As you can see, I have an old car battery here, looking pretty rough and corroded. My first step is to clean this up, removing all the grime and corrosion from the terminals and the battery casing itself. To tackle this, I'm applying a generous amount of WD-40, as it's excellent for loosening stubborn dirt and dissolving rust. After letting it sit for a moment, I'm carefully wiping down the entire top surface of the battery with a clean cloth. This ensures that any loosened grime, battery acid residue, and the WD-40 itself are thoroughly removed, leaving a clean surface for the next steps. Leave a comment and let me know which country you are watching from. It's great that we can connect and chat from all over the world. I'm also giving attention to the sides and especially the terminals, as clean terminals are absolutely crucial for optimal electrical connections. You can already see a huge difference, revealing the cleaner plastic beneath. This thorough cleaning isn't just for aesthetics. It helps prevent future corrosion and ensures that any subsequent steps are more effective. To test the car battery, I'm using a simple light bulb setup. Connecting the clips to the terminals, you can see absolutely nothing. The bulb doesn't light up, confirming this battery is completely drained or possibly damaged. Just for comparison, I have a smaller battery here. When I connect a light bulb to its terminals, it lights up brightly. This confirms my testing setup is working correctly and that the large car battery truly needs some serious attention. Next, I'm using a multimeter to get a precise voltage reading on the large car battery. To get a more precise reading, I'm using a multimeter, setting it to measure DC voltage. As you can see, it reads 0.00 volts, which means it's completely discharged. There's absolutely no power left in it. Now I'm testing the small battery with the multimeter. It shows around 12.3 to 12.5 volts, confirming it's charged and healthy. It's time to access the heart of our larger car battery. I'm using pliers to carefully remove the red caps on top, as these cover the individual cells where the electrolyte resides. I need be gentle here to avoid damaging the plastic. Once all 6 caps are off, you can see the openings of the battery's internal compartments. Wearing gloves for safety, I'm now tilting the battery to drain out the old, dirty electrolyte into this clear plastic container. This old fluid is often sludge-filled and no longer effective, so removing it is crucial for our rejuvenation process. Look at how murky and dark that liquid is. Here's where my unusual trick comes into play. I'm taking a bottle of Coca-Cola and carefully pouring it into each cell using a small funnel. The phosphoric acid present in Coca-Cola is helped dissolve some of the lead sulfate crystals that build up on the battery plates, a process known as sulfation. Sulfation is a common cause of battery failure, and this acidic rinse is aimed at breaking down those crystals. I'm filling each cell carefully, ensuring not to overfill, to give the Coca-Cola maximum contact with the internal components. If you find this video interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any interesting ideas coming soon. After adding the Coca-Cola, I'm gently shaking the battery. This helps the Coca-Cola circulate thoroughly inside each cell, ensuring it comes into contact with all the plates and starts its work breaking down any sulfation. You might notice some bubbling, which is a good sign that the chemical reaction is taking place. Once I've allowed it to sit and react, I'm draining the Coca-Cola out of the battery. You can clearly see how much darker the liquid has become, indicating that it has successfully dissolved some of the accumulated lead sulfate and other impurities. The next critical step is to rinse the battery thoroughly. I'm using water, pouring it into each cell to wash out any remaining Coca-Cola and dissolve impurities. Using water is absolutely crucial here, as tap water contains minerals that can actually harm the battery cells. This acts as a comprehensive cleansing flush, ensuring no harmful residues remain. Following the fill, I'm gently shaking the battery again, just as before, to ensure the distilled water reaches every part of the cells for a complete rinse. This prepares the internal components for the fresh electrolyte. Finally, I'm draining the water. It's still a bit discolored, confirming that there were indeed more impurities to be flushed out. The goal is to get the water running as clear as possible. For the final rinse, I'm adding another round of clear water. This meticulous process ensures the battery cells are as clean and free from contaminants as possible before we introduce the fresh electrolyte. This level of purity is absolutely vital for optimal battery performance and longevity. Now that the battery cells are clean, it's time to add the fresh electrolyte. I'm using a funnel to carefully pour sulfuric acid, H2SO4, into each cell. This is the crucial component that allows the battery to store and release electrical energy. Using a funnel in my gloves, I'll carefully pour the new electrolyte into each cell, filling it to the recommended level. With all the cells refilled, I'm replacing the red caps, making sure they're securely tightened. This seals the battery and prevents any electrolyte from leaking out or contaminants from getting in. To ensure excellent conductivity, I'm giving the battery terminals a final spray of WD-40. This helps protect against corrosion and ensures a good connection for charging. And a final wipe down of the terminals and the battery surface. You can see how clean and refreshed it looks now, a huge improvement from its initial state. With the battery meticulously cleaned and sealed, I'm now connecting it to my Smart Pulse repair charger. I'll connect the positive red clamp to the positive terminal and the negative black clamp to the negative terminal, ensuring a secure connection. This advanced charger is designed not just to charge, but also to help desulfate the battery plates and recondition older batteries like this one, potentially extending their lifespan. After plugging the charger into the mains power, the display illuminates and indicates it's in a repair mode, working its magic by sending pulses to break down stubborn sulfate crystals. I'll let it do its job for a while. After a thorough charging and repair cycle, it's time to retest. I'm checking the voltage with the multimeter once again. And just look at that. We're now consistently reading around 11.2 volts. That's a phenomenal improvement from the 0.00 volts we started with. This battery is alive again. Now for the ultimate test, the light bulb. Connecting the clamps and boom, the bulb lights up brightly and consistently. Our once dead and discarded battery has been successfully rejuvenated. This just goes to show that with a little know-how and some unexpected ingredients, you can breathe new life into old items. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.